Alright, welcome back to actually prepared version 5 this time. I've been trying to get it working for quite some time now. Obviously I got it first when it released back in 2020, but it hasn't been too kind to me in regards to frames and visuals and all that. But after I reset my computer, I give it a last chance, and actually think it looks quite nice. Most importantly, the frames are pretty good. They have been sort of jumpy from time to time, but I think I've got them kind of stabilized now. Tried some affinity mask tweaks, but none of them seem to work very well, so I simply overclocked my CPU to a reasonable level, and now it seems good and stable. We are at the ground in Arlanda Airport with the Norwegian 738, this nice livery, which is actually not in use anymore. It's leased or something by Norwegian. Obviously it's well, COVID and all that, and the company's not doing that great financially, but I figured I wanna fly this one because the ones that actually are in use, they have like this white tail, which is just quite boring. But anyways, we are flying to Helsinki today, and I haven't flown there too much actually. There's a really nice scenery, the MK Studios, which I bought a long time ago, but it was really bad on frames back in V4, but now I think it should be quite good actually, or at least acceptable. Yes, we'll hop right into the flight deck, and we could start by, I don't know why that's in pounds though. Shouldn't be. It's in, where is it? Performance, no it's not. Aircraft and equipment, yes. I think it is, should be. Maybe not, maybe not. Nope. Displays, here it is. That's right, in kilograms. Right, so we have a look at the OFP we have here. Block fuel, 4,915, and I'll just sort of put that in here. 4,915, oops, 915 in block fuel. And then we have the other figures. We'll look closer into them later. Zero fuel weight though, very important. So 60 point, let's make it 9. 60.9. It's a 91% load level, not too bad. Well, we're looking at the metro as well. Actually, we can do that right now. So 140 at 11 knot. That'd be well, runway 19er right. I suppose we don't have 8C, but we're in VATSIM though. Right, we don't have 8C. So yes, that's the runway we'll take, and that's also the one scene brief planned for. So Tovri 5 Golf departure we'll be using. Can actually do that right now. So 19er right, just to be prepared. Really slow loading times on Shortfox today. I don't know why, but certainly not my internet. Okay, runway 19 right, for the SID, yes, and Tower 5 Golf, obviously. And we'll look closer into that later as well. Okay, but this is all good. We could have a look at the winds as well, if you want to. Now I didn't look up what the cruising altitude will be having, but it's essentially the same, with not too big of differences, and that's not strong winds in particular, so shouldn't affect the flight way too much. Well, you know, got some tailwinds here maybe, and yeah, it gets a bit stronger over Finland, but that's fine. Alright, let's get back into the sim and have some air conditioning unit, I figure, because we do have 5 degrees in Stockholm now. Cav okay though, so that's nice. 1032 QNH, quite high. But yeah, we can check the oxygen, that we still can do without any power. Go down here, so that's off. And park and brake, we could set that. Something interfering with that, maybe my rudder pedals. There we go. No? Whatever. Yes, and this is idle, cut off, right, flaps up, speed brake, yes. Landing gear is down. And then we have wipers off. So, yes, we can go ahead and put the battery on and ground power as well. And just do some flows as usual. That goes on. Now they have to kind of get initiated before I can put the yaw damper on. Now I probably put it on. Yeah, that's right. That all looks good. Now, the cruising altitude, right, is just 290. Going to the east, yes, so we'll put that in. 290. Could do a cockpit voice recorder test as well. And some of this as well. That's good. This one, yes, green, left and right. And the fire detection test, isn't it? Just like the cargo smoke. Yeah, cargo smoke detection. Yes, tune 1 to 2.8. So on Unicom, do I want to do that? There we go. 1 to 2.8. Alright. And if we want, we can check the lights as well. Great. I think it's time for boarding. Request boarding and Norwegian. Perfect. Earlier today the Soviet was didn't work, but I got them working. So that's nice. Great. We're not flying real time. Rather trying to sort of match the departure time, the scheduled departure time. So, you know. I think it's doable. Alright, so the correct nav data and engine is right. We are at ESSA gate 8. And we'll set the position. Okay, origin ESSA 2 Echo Foxtrot Hotel Kilo. And we got Delta Yankee 203. Now we won't be using any, or actually we will be when we report on Unicom, yeah. So they actually changed the call sign for well, partly why won't that work? Right, badly calibrated border pedals. One line right. And the route is as follows. This thing here. Oops. Right, so the route, Tovri. Oh, actually. We just got Sweden control, which is very nice. Alright, so we'll contact them in a minute. 118.4. Right, so Tovri, November 851. Before I do anything further, I should actually open some doors, so it won't take that long to get them all boarded. There we go. Alright, so November 851 to Rikum. I haven't fixed the thing in ProDify where you can export it to the well, as a company root file, so it doesn't hurt to put it in manually. Repib direct and the Yankee 364. Okay, Lakut, and that will be our initial point of the start. Right, so we will not execute it yet because we haven't got clearance, but we'll do that. And expecting to 245 Golf. Okay, so let me just write down my call sign on a piece of paper. Right, so these needs. What I was going to say was that they have actually changed recently the call sign for Norwegian Air Shuttle and its subsidiaries. I don't know the word, but yeah, they changed that once again shortly after another change. So apparently Norwegian Air Shuttle, which we are flying today, is Nordic. That's the call sign. So Nordic. Nordics 203. Right. We can put this in real quick as well. The cost index is 5. Reserves, you see here it's meant to be 1, usually something like that. Zero fuel weight, 60. What do we rounded up to 0.9, didn't we? Yeah. Cruising, sure. Low cruising altitude today, short flight as well. So, yeah. Cruise winds. Well, we could find that, but I'm too lazy for that. Alright, transition altitude 5,000 feet. Execute that, and we'll plan the performance in a bit. You know, copy FMC data, that couldn't hurt. Alright, so let's contact Sweden on 118.4. Right.
Scanner 907 Papa. Wind is 1.
Oh, and we have
1 knots.
80s as well.
And departure cleared for takeoff.
So Arlanda 8 is Bravo. Right, so departure runway should be 19 right, because it's not that busy, is it? So they probably use single runway operations, also due to COVID and stuff like that. Talking about the sim right now. She set 1032.
0256, Scandinavian 410.
Sweden 1012, request pushback and startup.
Sweden 1012, pushback and startup approved.
Push and start approved, 1012.
Sweden, go efter middag, Nordic 203, Boeing 737-800 with information Bravo, requesting IFR clearance to Helsinki.
Nordic 203, so Sweden control, cleared to Helsinki Vanta, Tovri 4 room departure, altitude 5,000 feet, scope 5306.
Cleared Helsinki via Tovri 4 Romeo departure 5,000 feet, squawk 5306, Nordic 203.
Nordic 203, read back right.
Right, so
I
think we had 5 Romeo or something. Wait, let me see. Then we have... Right, no, Tovri 5 Golf, so it's another runway. Probably. Now we'll just find it, you know. Tovri 4.
Scanner 410, RNO 1 Foxtrot, arrival and descend.
Ah, it's runway 08, right. Okay. No problem.
Scanner 410, cleared flight level 100.
So we just
level 100 and runway to the left. Scanner 410. 410, correct.
Do that, you know, it's a little bit loud. Nice, kidding. I won't be able to hear him.
Approved, advise and back please.
Alright, so we will just check this through. There's no restrictions, so actually that's fine. We just actually won't be using that, rather this one. So put that in. And Tovri 4, Tovri 4 Lima. What? Oh, it's... There we have it. So it's a right turn. Alright. Although there is no turn for us. It's just straight ahead. That's nice. So I wonder what the difference is though between Romeo and Lima. Very well. Well, it's, you know, traffic stuff as always. Alright, so no restrictions. Well, we have 5:30 for turn, but there is no turn. Anyways, that is good. So we have accepted that, and now it's just a matter of oops, doing this. So show keyboard. Wind, what was it? Oh god. 120. Nope. 140 at 11. Those are 5 degrees. 1030. And I suspect that's in fucking pounds, so we'll just have to, should we trust that figure? No, you can never. We'll just, convert it, just in a calculator. So takeoff weight, planned takeoff weight, kilograms to pounds, 144788, 144788, so a bit less. Right, that's good.
Level 100.
Save more fuel. Yes. 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 And cav okay, which means no anti-ice. Condition is dry. Let's calculate. Right, so I'll write this down. 138, 141, 146. Selected temperature 41 degrees. Yes, perfect. So we'll select that and 41 degrees, and then flaps 5, 4.27 on the trim. We'll remember that. Try to at least. And we got 138. Oh god, I should do some checks as well. 141 and 146.
Sweden 1012 ready for taxi.
So
Sweden 1012.
flare shield,
holding
MCP,
08.
we'll put 146 V2 speed.
Taxi hold short 08. Sweden 1012.
Heading. I can't remember what it is, but it should be stated in the charts. That is no, yeah, 072. Probably. You know. Okay, and the 5,000 initially. I think it's time for this. Doesn't matter which one you take, I think, but whatever. I think company procedure in Norwegian to put it in the forward, I don't know why. Alright, we'll put these on as well. That's good. That one. And why not that? Yes, that's good. So APU is spooling up. We can test these ones as well. And that's good. Alright, I'm thinking about just preparing this tug already so we can get going without delay. Let's do the checklist. Before the checklist, cockpit preparation complete. Gear pins and covers. No, they're not removed. Fuck me. I'm just thinking one more time if I really did that. Yes, I did. Alright. And that is set. Yeah, great. Now we can go back to this. And, well, they're fine, but couldn't hurt to have a continuous supply of air conditioning for the passengers' sake. That should be on takeoff. Alright, you know, those should be loaded. Just gonna guess that they are. Yes, they are. Of course. And, oh, I don't like to use the map on this one. Hopefully I should be able to sort of navigate on my own at this airport at this point. But we can, you know, we can always go on with the checklist actually. Big gear pins and covers removed. Signs are on. Aiders on nav. Fuel quantity 4.9 kilograms. Balanced. Why am I using the Airbus checklist? God fucking hell. Alright. Yeah, disregard that. Pre-flight checklist. Boeing 1. Oxygen tested 100%. Nav and instrument transfer is normal. Yaw damper is on. Emergency exit lights armed when it is on. Presentation mode selector auto. Flight instruments heading 072 degrees, altitude 5,000 feet. GPS set, nav, parking brake set. Any start levers cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete. So now we're actually just waiting for the passengers to board, which seems to take quite some time actually. Can't just be done already. Apparently not. Oh, it actually they did model the sort of light thing. I don't know what it's called. It looks pretty neat actually. Right, let's see if there's anyone else here. I think I saw an Airbus before. Ooh, that looks really good. It's another freighter. Right, it is West Atlantic, some German company, I assume. Wow, that's an old 73, isn't it? Or is it just a like a freighter variant of the 736 or something? I don't know. Maybe it's just terribly modeled because it looks old as fuck. I tried to actually change the season so that there wouldn't be any snow around. Actually, there isn't any snow around. It's just the airport that hasn't updated it. Let me see. Right, so it's fine. Except over there. It just looks ridiculous. I'm actually gonna change it. Sorry about that, but it has to be done. Well, for the simple reason that there isn't any snow in Stockholm at the moment. It's quite warm actually, I'd say. So, where is that? World. Time and season. So, let's just put it on like 7th April. I don't know. That should do it. That should definitely do it. It's gonna load. Hopefully it won't crash. Right. So I install it on a SSD as well. Actually, I had it installed on SSDs before, but I had so much like scenery stuff. I don't know what's happened here. What the fuck? Why is it night? Oh, I think I know why. Well, it shouldn't be night though. Let's just assume it's like 0840 apply. I think it should have been something like that, you know. So I'm gonna load for a decade as well. Well, I did have it on a SD before, but I had so much shit on my other drives, like my ORBX library and stuff like that, so it still would have really long loading times. Now it doesn't, because I put OpenLC Europe and stuff like that on the SSD, where P3Dv5 is installed as well. That's quite nice. So loading really quick, in my opinion. Well, as compared to what it was like before. Alright. This will be put on. And yeah, we're just waiting. Now,
Sweden
right,
Control,
so there was
Sweden
a
1012 after departure, Lumax 5 from you.
west air carrier, was that what it's called? I don't know why you went there though, because did you park there?
Climb
A
flight
static
level
aircraft?
180, Sweden 1012.
No, it's not. It's an Air France. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know where he went. He should have went over there, shouldn't he? Because that's the cargo. It's meant to be the cargo terminal. Maybe there's several places you can go to. And we have some next jet, which is a for static aircraft, which I believe they shut down operations, some shit like that. Can't really remember, but some, these regional Swedish airlines, they merged into Braten's regional airlines. So they took over a couple of operations. I would like to fly the 75 from here sometime. The only problem is, there is a 75, a good 75 in X-plane, obviously, the flight factor, but there's no good Arlanda scenery for X-plane. I mean, there are barely any good sceneries for X-plane, to be honest. So that's a shame, because I really like the 75. I could fly the captain sim, but no, actually I couldn't, because it's just really bad. Right. So that's the sound of everything being complete. Let's do that test just because it's fun. Yes. So with that, we have all doors closed. Right, doors are closed. And they should pull up. Yeah, they already have. Right, it's great stuff. We can have a look at this thing as well.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We are there. Oh, we actually placed ourselves really close to the runway. That's nice. So probably, yeah, we're expecting Zulu November.
Locking gear.
And then X-ray 2. 08. Easy as that. So locking gear apparently. And yeah, let's do the pre-flight check. No, flight door closed and locked. Fuel yeah, let's do that. 4.9 kilograms pumps on. Passenger signs on. Windows sorry, locked, yes. MCP V2146 heading 072 altitude 5,000 feet. 0 pre completed. Takeoff speeds 138, 141, 146. CDU pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim is 3 and 0. Technical complete. ACO lights, we'll put them on once we get to clearance. So before tracks complete. Right, let's ask for clearance. It's stand 8. Nordic 203, stand 8. Crest, push and start.
Nordic 203, pushback and start up approved.
Push and start approved, Nordic 203. Great. So, ACO lights on. And we'll just release parking brake, I guess. Put that on. Right, he gave me an extra chance to put. Remember this shit. 5306. There we go. Now we can push.
Commencing push.
All engines clear. All right. So, engine 2 start. And remember that. Yes, there we go. So apparently there's a pushback preset for this. this gate, but they seems to push us in the right direction. There would be no point in pushing us into a wall, you know. Really? Yes, so that's fuel in. I'd like to hear a bit more sounds. Right, so as you can notice, it gets a bit more laggy as you get moving. I mean, it goes up and down. I guess it's just like in V4, you know,
Continue
it
climb to
fluctuates,
flight
but
level
overall
370, Sweden 101.
we got a lot higher frame rate, so that's great. Right, that's stabilized. Let's do
Set parking brakes.
engine 1.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
And 2 is spinning up. Waiting for about 80% and 2. We'll put the fuel in. Nice, and 1 is pulling up as well. EGT is rising. It's fine to me. I mean, the thing, you want to do it as realistic as possible, obviously. And then there's so much procedures to follow, like you have to monitor everything, but that's obviously for the pilot monitoring to do, and I'm pilot flying, so you know, is it really more realistic to do all of it? I mean, obviously it's not, so you kind of have to choose what you want to do and not do everything, because that's impossible. Right, both engines they have a good start, so we can just tell the factors on the ground. And do this. Flow. Probe heat, no anti-ice. That is if weather hasn't changed, which it hasn't. Right. My winds have dropped by 10 degrees. No problem. And by 1 knot. Should be added. Right, so that's good. Flaps is 5. I mean, it's always 5. Don't ever think of like taking off with flaps 15 or something. Maybe in like Norway when it was like really bad weather. Other than that, never. Just standard flaps 5. Works most of the time.
Right is clear.
Right, goodbye. Okay, let's set, what was it even? 4.26, well, around that actually. Right, flight control check. Flight control full right, full left, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and rudder. Fuck me, why does it do that? Officially can't. It means there. Alright, whatever. Rudder, full right, full left, neutral. No. Keep doing that. Great. So that is checked. For taxi checklist, generators on, probe beat on, anti-ice not required, isolation valve auto, engine start, switches continuous, pressurization packs on, flight auto, recall is checked. Auto brake RTO and start leave it out of detent. Flight control checked, ground clear and signal, vortex checks complete. Nordic 203, request taxi.
Nordic 203, taxi loading point, runway 08.
Taxi on point 08, Nordic 203. Right, so they're clever here at Arlanda, because they have this predetermined. Well, they basically have a chart. You can show a chart over the standard taxi routes, and then you just say taxi to the holding point 08, and then you just follow that. So no extra unnecessary transmissions, and you know, becomes a lot clearer. You know. So let's go. Via Sudi November. Yeah. Release the brakes. That on. And fuck it, we'll put the weather radar on. I don't care about radiation, sickness or anything like that. Before take checklist, flaps 5 grid light, stabilizer 4.2 units. Before takeoff checks complete. Very nice.
Nordic 203, wind is 130 degrees, 10 knots, right correction, runway 08, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 08, Nordic 203. Right, we're clear for takeoff, so flight attendant seats for takeoff. Just imagine we're talking to someone. And yeah, let's just do this already. We're practically entering the runway now. So approach path clear. Yeah, let's call it that. Runway 08 confirmed. And we'll put the chrono on. I want to hear these engines pull up. And everything looks good. Don't forget that. Pax on as well, yeah, it's great. Okay. Very nice. Love this airport. Alright, we're ready. No, we're not. Now we're ready. Take off. Oh, did I bind it to toga? There we go, perfect. Stabilize toga. Thrust set. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. V1 rotate. Oh fuck. Why am I turning? Alright, LNAV. Positive rate gear up. Nice. Trim it a bit. Soon reaching acceleration height. There we go. So flaps 1. Nordic 203 airborne 2,400 feet.
Nordic 203, Sweden Crown, radar contact, climb to flight level 180.
Confirm 190, Nordic 203.
Negative, flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, Nordic 203. So 1.5 flight was quite difficult when you have to do these kind of stuffs in the meantime. 180 it was, yes. Right, so flaps are up. And that means we'll just do the... fuck it. What's piloting, come on. Can't do this. After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up and lights up, take check complete. And soon passing 1000 to go to transition altitude. Now, P3Dv5, obviously I'm using the enhanced atmospherics thing. And I mean, the good thing about it is that it looks really good out of stock, because except for Flight Simulator 2020, there's really no simulator that actually looks good at all, you know, out of stock. But this one actually does, which is really surprising how they took this really terribly looking simulator FSX to this level. I'm actually really impressed by version 5. And yeah, I mean, I think it looks... I can't be the judge to tell whether it's realistic or not. But I mean, sure as hell it's more realistic than having, you know, literally infinite visibility and stuff like that. So I think this is really nice. Although, for my taste, it's a bit foggy. You know, it's a bit hazy. Even when well, like now when we got cab okay.
Contour Sky Travel 441 Papa, good afternoon, level 3900.
Sky Travel 441 Papa, good
I
afternoon.
like to see the terrain times, especially when you pay for all those Orbex products and stuff like that. I do know that,
Nordic 203,
you know,
continue climb to flight level 290.
up to 290 Nordic 203. Okay, we got 10,000.
Sky Travel 441
off
Papa,
as well.
clear control radar contact, maintain flight level 390, clear direct Niluk.
Direct Niluk can stay on level 3900, Sky Travel 441 Papa.
No, we don't need it. Pressure's good. Right, yeah, so what I was going to say is that I do know that it is quite hazy in real life, but I mean, even though I like my sim to look realistic, you know, the world can look boring, you know, as well, the real world. So if I can make the world look a little bit better in the simulator, I wouldn't miss the chance to do so. But you know, it's still really good, I think, and I think there's a way to really, or I don't know, you probably could, but you know, I'm not gonna start messing around with the atmosphere settings and stuff like that with enhanced atmospherics. So I really like to keep enhanced atmospherics on. So that really is what does make well, version 5 stand out. And the thing is, before, like in the early versions of version 5, whenever I disabled enhanced atmospherics, I would get really high frames, like literally 120 frames or something, which is really good for my computer especially. Great, I thought our sim crashed. Right, yes and no to save. Good. Right, so but now actually there is no difference between having, or for me at least, between having an house atmospherics on and off. And you can actually see that, like here, I have somewhat high settings, I'd say. You know, but I've tried literally putting everything to the minimum, and I still have the same frames as I do now. So that's really strange, and it's, you know, it's quite sad that I can't sacrifice, you know, something visually for some better frames, which I definitely could do. But as you see here, I'm using 2.6 out of 7.1 gigabyte. That's nothing. That's really nothing.
Direct Mokmo, RNP approach runway to
which is, you know, in a way it's good, because that means I will never have to worry about out of memory issues, which were a big hassle back in the days of version 5. So that's really gone better, but I'm kind of suspecting that it's actually not using, it's not utilizing all the potential of my graphics card. Now, I don't have a modern graphic card at all. I got a 1080, which is powerful, but it's actually quite old by today's standard. But yeah, I find it a bit strange, actually. But, yeah, I really can't complain. I mean, it's a lot better than version 4. And
Nordic 203, Unicom 122.8.
Unicom 1.8. Hej då, ha det bra. Nordic 203.
Hej då.
Right, back in Unicom. Well, nice having a bit of speed control at least in the beginning of flight. Maybe, hopefully. No, there's no control in Finland. I mean, there rarely is. Isn't it Thursday though? That's like the Finland. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a weekly event on Vatsim where Finland has open. It's fully staffed, basically. I think it's on Thursdays, but could be some other days as well. Sundays is you know, like Nordic Day or Scandinavia, stuff like that. That's the best time to fly, and I mean, in all of Europe, that's when most people log on. You know, that's the impression I've gotten, at least. But obviously most people probably haven't gone home from work yet, so maybe we just have to wait and see. Right, actually be a good idea to start planning the arrival. So we'll put in Echo Foxtrot Kilo. Alright, looks promising. 140. It's a knot, okay, we keep it in mind. Cav, okay. Nice, 5 degrees. 1039, which means transition altitude plus 500 feet for transition level. Right. Yeah, we'll start diving into the charts then. Let's go down tax charts. Which one should I use? We'll find the A380, are we? Nice to do that. Or do they have them here? Maybe. No. Alright. Whatever. 140 at, was it strong wind? Well, 7 knots. That's not insignificant, so around 1.5? Maybe? Yeah, let me think. 1.5. Ooh, isn't that close though? I checked the note time. I have a vague feeling that it's close, like during Corona, which isn't much of a problem anymore though, but no, it's really all they say about it. Well, we could use 1.5 then, definitely. Yeah, then we won't have to do this ridiculously long taxis. Right, so remind me. 1.5, yeah, that's what I thought. That's 1.5. Yeah, so up for a good approach. And we have for the arrival. So initial point. Lackut. Oh, it's planned it already. Lackut 7 Mike. See if that looks good. Stroll just 1. Yeah, there we go. Lackut 7 Mike. Perfect. Lovely. Yeah. And then it's pretty much where's the airport? There it is. Yep, great. Simple as that. And approach. Islas. Easy. Let's go back here and how long do we have? I'm gonna be quick. Islas 1.5. Lackut 7 Mike. Perfect. Really easy. And we do have the ILS 10910. Right, 10910. And there we have it. Course is 144. So I think I'm pretty sure you have to set it on both sides. What I thought initially was that you only have to do that if you're gonna use both autopilots, both A and B, for, you know, auto land, stuff like that. But I think I tried it with just putting the course into the captain side, but it didn't work. So yeah, put it in both, I guess. Probably for some obvious reasons. So 144 in both. Alright. So final approach fix at 2000. Let's put that. No restrictions. All is good. And yeah, Elkun. So right, this has I don't, okay, so it says 140 knots, which is probably not entirely correct. I could calculate it in the EFP, but I never do that. Or, you know, feels like the takeoff is more critical. I'm retarded, that's why. But then is a wind correction down there. What is that doing actually? Like, is it calculated, or actually can I change that? Like, I can. Or is it like when it's in small letters it's not actor or something? But does it add that to the vref? That's the question. It should definitely do that. Well, to make it a bit more accurate, I'll just change it to the gross weight there in the left corner to the landing weight, the of P. That's 63.6. I just changed it by 1 knot. That's expected. Not that much difference. Now I'd like to do some simple maths. Just if I'm capable of that. No, but how the fuck do you do it? Right. So I don't know why the FMC can't compute it for you, but well. So I have 140 at 7 knots. The runway is 15, so it's 10 degrees deviation from left. Which means if we want to get the composite, I don't know the English word for it, but yeah, the crosswind thing. How much of that is crosswind? We will just do 7 knots times sinus of 10 degrees. I think it is. Oh, it's radians, so we'll put it in degrees. Yeah, so that does look that could probably be true. Be the case. So 1.2 knots. And then we actually this is for the 7.8, so I don't know if it applies to the 7.3. Probably doesn't. And when you've done this, you take this and divide by 2. 0.6. Oh, contact me. Nice. That's what I like to hear. Right. So we got control. Now it's a lot of things happening. 0.6. Just to be on the safe side, will. So this is what you add to the assumed wind correction, which is 5 knots. If you don't have a tailwind, yes, we'll do 0, I think. So right. What all this amounts to is that I'll round that up and add 6 wind correction. Alright, now we'll have to contact this. They changed the call sign. Helsinki Control. Before it was Tampere Radar. I like the old name more. New one. 121.3. Tampere Radar.
3 mic arrival, runway 15. Runway 100 clear T-bomb, 1 mic arrival, runway 15, level 16 Bravo. Tampa 16 Bravo, Roma, confirm, T-bomb 3 mic arrival. Operate T-bomb 3 mic arrival, level 16 Bravo. Correct.
Helsinki control, very good afternoon. Nordic 203, flight level 250.
Good afternoon, Nordic 203, Helsinki Control, radar contact. Descent to flight level 100, cleared, logbook 7 Mike arrival, runway 15.
Fuck me. Descend flight level 100 and via the Lockett 7 Mike arrival runway 15 Nordic 203.
Correct.
Right.
Right, Zulu Romeo, descent to 3000 feet.
So double check
QNH
that.
1035.
Right, so just making a bit louder. Right, change that to 100, but we did plan correctly.
75.
7 Mike. Wrong 15. Perfect. So now we just wait for it to descend further. Well, we have the under descent checklist. Should probably do that. Right, we missed one more thing, because the reason why I put in this was because I want to know if we're class C or D, which, you know, class D would be very rarely, especially if you're flying 738. So we're class C, which means 347. We should put up here.
Nordic 203, proceed direct Elkun.
Direct Nilgo, Nordic 203.
Repulsor Lima, wind 14 degrees, 7 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff 22 right, Finnair Force
What?
And Nordic 203, just to confirm, direct to point Elkun, Echo Lima, Kilo Uniform, November.
Direct, yeah, sorry, Elkun, direct, Nordic 203.
Correct.
So direct. That's great. Yeah, I'm a bit confused right now. Now it should be sorted. Right, Charlie. What am I talking about? Decision altitude is 347. Right. There we go. There it is. Threshold level is 163, so we'll just round it up to 200. There we go. Right. So we got these patches of snow, which looks really ridiculous.
Right, Romeo, descent to
Just
2000 feet, via Sukan, Elkun,
P3Dv5, you know?
runway 15.
Yeah, I still can't hear him, so... There we go, now should be able to hear him. Alright, descent checklist, a bit late, but presentation, landing altitude 200, recall is checked.
Right, Romeo, confirm 2000 feet.
Auto brake 2, landing data, V...
Repulsor Lima, radar contact.
139.
Flight level 280, report altitude 5. Transat 7280, passing 2400, Finnair Force right.
Well, I mean, VREF shouldn't be 145. God, can't think. Minimum's 347. Perfectly completed. The send check's complete. Now, just so I know, have some sort of idea about where we're going. I'm just gonna check the ground chart. See what's up with that. So you know, we'll there's no rapid high speed exits, are there? Well, maybe, I don't know. Alright, yeah, we'll try to vacate whenever actually, and then we have the yeah, it's straightforward, just right to the gate, basically. No problem. Oops, forgot the transition at least 5,000. So 500. Yes, 103 now. And we could do some wind. Hold on. I haven't seen a single cloud this whole time. It's quite nice when it's overcast actually, because yeah, they really nailed that with True Sky. Actually, it looks like a real life overcast, unlike you know, P3D. Explain how this has this new add-on called what's it called enhanced cloudscapes, something like that, which is really good. I mean, the clouds look beautiful, maybe even better than True Sky. But there's a bunch of quirks and problems with it. It's like I don't know if the program is in beta still or something, but it isn't that good yet. Quite buggy, stuff like that. But we're not flying X-plane right now, so that doesn't really matter. I'll see if I install it again and do some flights in it. That could be fun actually. The Cebu is really good, but I'm not used to the interface, and it's a bit hard to well, simply I'm not used to X-plane, that's the thing, nor the Cebu. That should be a bigger problem. The Cebu is really nice to hand fly though. Yeah, that's another level. I mean, it's always fun hand flying in P3D, but you don't really feel like you're flying, if you know what I mean. P3D is more like it's like a mix of driving on the ground and flying, but X-plane is really good aerodynamics and physics and all that. I don't know if you were to compare Flight Sim 2020 and X-plane, I have no clue which one has better aerodynamics and physics and all of that. It sounds like Asobo has put quite a bit of work into that, and when P3D it's a limitation with the engine. It's not possible to make a realistic flight dynamics, but it is with Flight Simulator 2020, but I don't know about X-plane. I just feel like it's a lot better in X-plane. FS 2020, I don't like it at all actually. But anyway, it's more realistic than prepared, that's all we know. Alright, so it's a good idea.
Would you be interested in a shortcut with vectoring to right circuit?
Okay, that looks good. And landing lights. So leveling off soon. Hopefully not for too long.
Nordic 203 report speed.
Speed Do you want the indicated airspeed, Nordic 203?
Indicate.
Speed is 247 knots, Nordic 203.
Nordic 203 Roger, speed 240 knots or less, number 2 runway 11.
Speed 240 less, Nordic 203.
Correct. 116 Bravo now, report speed.
Yeah, I mean, we're fuck it, I still can't hear him. I can't hear him. Pilot. There we go. Hopefully that will...
Alpha 16 Bravo now, report speed. 16 Bravo Romeo, we just set the weather update, it's 270 now. Alpha 16 Bravo Romeo, Roger. Maintain speed 240 knots, okay, number 1. 1240 your guide, Alpha 16 Bravo Romeo.
Will we be allowed to descend soon?
Osman 203. When ready, continue descent to 5000 feet, QNH 103.
Down to 1000 and QNH 1039, Nordic 233.
Correct 203, confirm 5000 feet.
Down to 5000, Nordic 203.
Correct.
Right, let's go.
Sunline 16 Bravo Romeo, turn left heading 010.
Trading some of that
QNH 2 Romeo, right,
speed for altitude,
28.
or vice versa actually, but negative.
Captain Stan 28 right on Yankee and Alpha Charlie.
Sunline 16 Bravo Romeo, turn left heading 010. Ring 010,
Yeah, you see that?
Sunline 16 Bravo Romeo, correct.
That's another good little quirk with version 5.
2000 as a 16 Bravo.
You know, that's something I really adored back in X-Men. Then I came back and they
Correction. Nordic 203, descent to 3000 feet.
down to 3000, Nordic 203. Alright, we have 3000. Yeah. Yeah, so it has this like sun reflection, so that the only thing that's missing now is those you know, I'd say quite vital heat waves. Behind the engines and the APU. I mean, it couldn't be that hard to...
Nordic 203, speed 220 knots or less.
Speed 220 less, Nordic 233. Right.
Sunline
Yeah,
16 Bravo Romeo, turn left heading 005.
Get some speed brakes.
005 and
Little
yeah,
shaky.
we're trying to do the maximum descent rate at the
But,
moment. Sunline 16 Bravo Romeo,
have to
Roger,
listen to the
we'll
8C,
give you
obviously.
at least 1.5 or so. Should be ours. I will tell you what we have to say. Roger, thank you.
Well, again, you see,
Nordic 203, turn right heading 090, vectoring for Iowa approach runway 1535 miles from touchdown.
Roger, right 090 vectors, ILS 15, Nordic 203.
Sunline 16 Bravo Romeo, speed 210 knots, all great. Speed 210 knots, great, have 16 Bravo Romeo,
Yeah,
and
right, it's quite foggy.
Speed 225.
Uh,
Roger.
then again, if the terrain isn't looking that good, then we could actually be thankful for that. It doesn't look bad, but we have these snow patches, but we still see them though, so yeah. That's an invalid argument. So, Yeah, there we go. Fuck me. 1039. Really quite high, actually. Haven't looked at the Mr. Approach, climb straight ahead.
Line 16 Bravo Romeo, turn right heading 110, cleared, IOS approach runway 15. Report established on all course. Heading 110 cleared as Fox Romeo 15, we require...
Mr. Approach altitude 2000. Great.
Nordic 203, turn left heading 050.
Right 050, Nordic 203.
I confirm left turn heading 050.
Yeah, left 050, Nordic 203.
Line 16 Bravo Romeo, speed 1.
Yep, thought there was something wrong there.
190, okay, type at 16 Bravo only.
That doesn't look half bad.
Nordic 203, speed 200 knots or less.
Speed 200 not so less, Nordic 203. Flaps 1.
Nordic 203, descent to 2000 feet, speed 19 knots or less.
1 or less down to 2000, Nordic 203.
Line 16 Bravo Romeo, speed 170 knots, okay. 170 knots, okay, type at 16 Bravo.
Just have 180. And flaps 5.
Nordic 203, turn right heading 110, cleared IOS approach, runway 15. Report established on all course.
Left, right 110, cleared ILS 15, reporting established, Nordic 203.
Line 16 Bravo Romeo, speed 160 knots, okay, to maintain until 4 miles. 60, okay, type at 4 miles, and we are established now as 16 Bravo.
Right.
Upon 16 Bravo Romeo, wind
Perfect.
140 degrees, 7 knots. Runway 15, clear to land. Runway 15, clear to land up at 16 Bravo Romeo.
Oh fuck, why do I have this still? Retard. Alright. Localizer live. Captured.
Kiitos, joudut hyvät päivät jatko Finnair 8 Suomeen.
Samoin, soporo.
Nordic 203 established ILS 15.
Nordic
You're down
203.
plus 50. Yeah. Glide slope alive. Glide slope captured. Speed Brake is armed. Yeah, we'll just put it down to 146. Let it bleed down. Whew! There we got the autosave. Well, better timing. Could be worse timing. Alright. Flaps full. I could be hand flying, but I quite enjoy the view, so I'm just gonna... Scared to mess up the approach, obviously. Yeah, now it seems to have stabilized a bit. Did I... I didn't, did I? Fuck, I haven't bound this stuff. Whatever.
Correction. Nordic 203, wind 140 degrees, 11 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land 15 Nordic 233.
Upon 16 Bravo Romeo, turn right, taxi to stand 30 via Yankee and Alpha Charlie. Right, then 30 via Yankee and Alpha Charlie, and 16 Romeo, thank you very much, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Alright. Now we look pretty fine on this path base at least. Yeah, continue.
100, 50, 30, 20, 10.
Touchdown. Screen.
Grand 40 Limo. Contact Sweden Control 118.4. Orders.
6 knots diesel.
1184 Finnair 40 Lima, moro.
Let's try to vacate here. Nordic 203, runway 15 vacated.
Nordic 203, turn right, taxi to stand 14 via Delta Foxtrot.
Stand 14 via Delta Foxtrot, Nordic 203. Right, clean up. Oh, why have we stopped? Oh, this will be on. There we go. Check out landing rate. Minus 228 wasn't the best landing, but it was acceptable. That's for sure.
1247, Helsinki Control, radar contact.
I don't know why I started crabbing
Requesting
at the end there.
level 370
Oh.
as final.
I don't know. We have Delta Foxtrot too. Let's try to find the...
Reference 1247, thank you. In that case, collect the flight level
Oh, what is on for?
370. 37, flight level 272,
Air Pro, that sounds funny. quite willing. Flight directors off. Let's get rid of that. Yep, it's a nice flight. Forgot to do some nice cinematic shots in cruise. Oh, we were busy almost the whole time. It's a short flight. Still fun to be. Now, I think, or I do hope at least, that these jetways adapt to the aircraft horizontal laterally as well. Because in Stockholm they just do it vertically, which is a bit annoying. You really have to align with them perfectly. I don't know if it's like that in real life, or if it's just not modeled by ORBX. Who knows? We didn't park that one. It's probably arrived in time. Right. So fuck, I can't see. Don't stop. Oh, fuck me. Nah, it stopped again. Fuck me. I don't want to use the brakes too much. Well, now I am, anyways.
3 Lufthansa 12 Bravo, hello,
God, that is
request
fucking loud. That's shite.
Craving Lufthansa 12 Bravo, start up and
Right.
pushback approved, facing southwest.
pushback
Nice.
approved, facing southwest, Lufthansa 12 Bravo.
Alright. We'll wait for the N2 to calm down below 20%. Nordic 203 on the blocks. Thank you and good night, sir.
Nordic 203 is actually also flying, and Synox stop.
Nice. Yes, so they have cooled down. So that means eco lights goes off, and the ground crews are safe to connect this kind of stuff. Air conditioning, why not? Right. Oh no, sorry. No. Do 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 do. Strobes shouldn't be on. Yeah. As simple as that. Just shutting the aircraft down. Don't need that. And yeah. Keyboard. Yes, that's a line. Very nice. Ah, that's just fucking adorable. Lovely. It's a great airport. Now I had some problem with... Ooh, yes! Ah, there it is. Wait, I have to see that. Wow. I had some, I guess it wasn't really a problem, but I was using some kind of mode matching for in version 4 on my old computer, or the same computer, but before I reset. And it literally only had retro liveries. Of the airlines. It was kind of fun, but you got bored of it after a while. Well, that's the Lufthansa. That actually looks really cool. Now, it's an A321. It's probably been repainted with it. Yeah, just like they say Scandinavian with a retro livery. It has a repaint, obviously, as an old aircraft. It's an A320 operating Castrop. I think I saw it there once. Quite nice, actually.
Helsinki control, Lufthansa 12 Bravo, request
We have an
taxi.
Air France there.
Lufthansa 12 Bravo.
Looks
Taxi to holding point.
very much
Zulu
like
Golf.
static.
Taxi to holding point, Zulu Golf, Lufthansa 12 Bravo.
Which have Finnair, static Lufthansa, and the real Finnair. And that I don't know what it is, but something that my model machine doesn't recognize.
Lufthansa 1247, proceed direct. Over.
Right, so we're deboarding, and I'll end the stream from here.
Lufthansa 12 Bravo, via Zulu Golf, cross runway 22 left, taxi to holding point, Whiskey Golf.
No, I don't know how to turn it off. What?
Via Zulu
Oh,
Golf,
fuck. Shut up, please.
via Golf to